مجتمعية تهدف إلى خلق مساحة تفاعلية وحوار مجتمعي باستخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي والإعلام المجتمعي للتصدي للتحديات الاجتماعية والاقتصادية والسياسية والثقافية والبيئية التي يعاني منها الشباب والمرأة والفئات والمناطق المهمشة في محافظة عجلون، وفتح قنوات التواصل بين المواطنين وصناع القرار تحت مظلة مركز وسطاء التغيير للتنمية المستدامة. أصوات من أجل الريف، إذاعة صوت عجلون.
مساء الخير أعزائنا المشاهدين. اليوم استكمال للحلقة الماضية من برنامج ثينك جرين اللي بنعرض كل يوم أربعة على إذاعة صوت عجلون. اليوم حتكون حلقتنا بعنوان البناء البيئي المستدام ومشروع يوث جرين ديل المستضاف من قبل مؤسسة مكان للتنمية المستدامة. بنرحب بضيوفنا. Today we have Alex, the expert in natural building from France. Hello, Alex. Antonella, in charge of the international voluntary projects in ASI Catalonia. Hello. In Catalonia. And Yasser, one of the participants in the project that we're organizing in Ajloun nowadays. And he's coming from Belgium, SCI Belgium.
Hello.
It's good to have you all here. I hope you had a good trip coming to Ajloun.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yes.
Yeah, so far yes.
Yeah.
A bit long, but good.
So yeah, Antonella, we would like to ask you just to tell us about the project. What's Youth Green Deal project and what we are doing in Ajloun?
Yes.
Please.
So the Youth Green Deal is a 2 years project funded by Erasmus+, and there are 9 partners involved in this project, and 4 are European partners and other 4 are partners from the Mediterranean, and there is also a network of organization that is called CCIBS. So this project, the main aim of this project is to build also this bridge between the European countries, the European organization, and the organization in the Mediterranean, and is also to work on the concept of eco-volunteering, and so give the new tools and new methodologies to the young generation that are involved in the organizations. And in this list of organizations involved in the project, we have in Europe SCI Catalonia, when I'm working actually, and SCI Belgium, SCI France, SCI Italy, and in the Mediterranean area we have VSFR Tunisia, that is actually the lead organization of this Connection 2 project. We have also EVO Morocco, Aljum Palestine, and Space for Sustainable Development Jordan, that actually now is hosting this bioconstruction training course. And the activities included in this Connection 2 project are the following. We had one training course in Tunisia last March about leadership and eco-volunteering. Then we developed 4 eco camps during summer between July and September in Catalonia, for example, and in Palestine.
And
in
also
Tunisia.
the one in Catalonia, the Jordanian participants, they took place in that
Yeah, they came in July, and I think they had a really good time with us because the feedback that they gave us was really positive, and also the location that we chose was really nice for them to develop this concept of eco-volunteering, so we are really happy for what we did. And also another work camp is taking place right now in Morocco. And the last capacity building activity is this one that is hosting Space DD. That is the bioconstruction training course, and now I'm here with you as also part of the trainers team, and I'm having a really great time here. So I'm also learning a lot about the culture, about methodologies of bioconstruction, so I hope that the next days will be great as these ones.
Yeah, I don't know if you missed that, but also there is the digital the capacity building one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Remember, yeah.
In June there was another training course that took place in Belgium. That was about visual storytelling, and also it was really useful for the participants because we know that it's important when we organize volunteering activities then to disseminate what we do, also to to share to people what we are doing, and is also then a good way to have tools to use it for future projects.
Thank you very much, Antonella. So just as you said, this is the last building capacity activity for this project. That activity targets the youth of the partner organizations. And it's about bioconstruction or natural building. There is many terms to describe this eco-practice. And Alex actually is the expert in that, with experience more than 4-5 years building and doing things with mud and with earth. So please tell us what's natural building or bioconstruction.
Well, natural building would not exist if would not be called natural building if there would be no conventional building. Natural building is something that used to be just building for centuries and millenniums. Whether in the last 40, 50 years we see that there is strong problems with the climate crisis, injustice when it comes to housing, and many factors of climate change are related to the building sector. Something over 40% for sure of climate change causes, effects are related to the building sector. So some people started to go back to the roots and to go into the logic of using natural materials. It doesn't mean that it's excluding conventional materials at all. It's just like it's how to say, it's a logic of using natural materials depending on your area. So there is no also clear definition of natural building, but the idea is that it has to be non-toxic. This is how we don't exclude conventional materials, because of course windows, cables for electricity, we have different needs than 500 years ago, so we have different, we have electricity.
The facilities, yeah.
So,
we can't live without this, the electricity.
So it has to be non-toxic, has to be available. So I would not, for example, here in Cajlon, I would not build with wood because I see that it's not a plentiful resource and that the forests are pretty damaged, whether I see there is a lot of stones.
Unfortunately.
So I would build a stone house in Cajlon, for example. Then it should be taken in account the generation of the material. So for example, steel, concrete, those are materials that not only the fact that they are not natural, but also they require a very big amount of water, a very big amount of resources to be created. Some mountains have to be excavated. So it's not only just the finished product that you need to take in account, but it's also the process of coming to the product. And this is called the embodied energy. And then, I don't remember all of them by heart, but one of them is that it has to be beautiful. And for me, this is a very important one, in the sense of, now most of houses, conventional houses, they are all the same, in a sense. You know, they have sharp angles, they have the same roof. Maybe the windows are not on the same place, but they are made from the same materials. Whether, you know, if you enter a house that has been done through natural building, I hope that people that are watching now, they will check on pictures. It looks very different. It's much more organic, depending on how much, you know, you like curves and not straight shapes. But it really has a different feeling when you enter the house and you know, the walls are made out of mud, the roof might be made out of wood. Inside the walls you have straw bales, or you can have, it's just, you know, natural materials, and the feeling is that the house is not, it's breathing, it's a living environment. You know, you are not in a sealed box. It's not you know, a complete closed box of styropor that needs additional ventilation so that the humidity goes out. No, this kind of houses with natural materials, they breathe on their own, they evacuate the humidity, and this makes it not only much nicer, but also very healthy. For the people that build them, so like for the workers, because they don't have to manipulate any toxic products while building. They are not exposed all their lives to this. And then for the people that just live inside, you know, like now in the last 10 years, many people realize that asbestos is a very big problem, and it's really hard to recycle it and to depollute. So like this whole logic of having healthy houses is really like, again, like following the, let's say, the main lines of natural building. And I think that's in
Thanks.
short.
We'll come back to you to get some more information about it. Thanks for sharing that. Let's just move to Yasser. Yasser, you came from Belgium to take part and to participate in this training. I'm just wondering what's your motivation to cross all this distance to be in Ajlon for 10
Well,
days?
yeah, that's a small story. It's like I live in Belgium. I study architecture in Germany, and as an architect, I have to start to actually change my ideas and my work to a good thing. Like as he said before about concrete and something. So I started actually to search for something that's good for the house, good for the people, like a good thing, because that was actually now in this time is going on, like with the global environment that everyone sees right now. We have really every architect, I would say, has started a new way to think and to build the houses. So since then, I just started to search for something that can help me and take me to a good way. And with SCI Belgium, I saw that there's a project, eco building here in Jordan, and I have never in Jordan. And I
Welcome
saw
to Jordan.
no, in Jordan. So, and they said that there's a theory and practical work, and I love theory and practical work. So you just hear it, you will make it in your hand, and that's the amazing thing. So I could take part of this project, and I didn't hesitate. I just was in, and directly in. I just booked the flight so fast as I can, and I came here, yeah, because it's not the chance that doesn't come every day, you know. Yeah. And since we are here since 3 days, and I have to say, just in this short time, we have learned really a lot of things, like you think, and I'm really excited what you are going to learn more in the next days, like a lot. We have learned, like in the first day, like, you know, when actually in the second day too, when Alex started to explain the house, I was like amazed how there's many ways that we could build the house without any concrete, without any you know, plastic or anything else, that you can just use the material that you find actually almost everywhere you are. Like you just take it and build it. The problem is you have to know the way that you do it. So about the insurance, that for example, that as I know, as in Europe, or as I study, like most of the time it's about plastic, and plastic, and what we talk about is the natural way is work is like plastic.
Yeah, more natural ways to
maybe
natural
better.
materials to
And
use,
as
yeah.
you said before, like the plastic had maybe a side effect on the human because of the air and everything that you said that the house has to breathe. I think this goes just with the eco building.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So just I will get back to Alex, and so the training will last for 10 days, and what's the program look like? What the trainees or the participants will learn about?
So the idea from the very beginning is not that out of those 10 days we get skilled builders to natural building. No, this is let's say much longer and heavier learning experience. No, the idea here is that the participants get equipped with basic knowledge on what is natural building, and also on, like what brought us to natural building. Like I was saying before, this whole situation with climate change and all the challenges that it is bringing, and an overview on what natural building means, what kind of materials can be included in it, even though this is usually a very personal point of view. So they will be equipped with theoretical knowledge, and we already started a bit also getting introduced with earth, as it is the material that I have worked with the most so far. That's something I feel comfortable to share with other people. And so we will make clay bricks, which is also called Adobe bricks. We will also work on earthen plasterings and on light straw mix, which is a mixture of wet clay and straw. And the idea is, again, not that they know how to make this on a house, but that they get to discover the textures of clay, because of earth, because there is no earth that is similar. If I go in Jordan, for example, and where I live in Kosovo, they are completely different. So like it's really so that they get the feelings out of it. It's not, of course they will be equipped with some skills, but the idea is that they get trapped in the natural building movement.
And yeah, just after being equipped as a participant with these skills and knowledge, the civil society and the organizations, they're providing different organizations and work camps, exchanges. I don't know in Asai Catalonia what kind of ecological or environmental programs you are providing or having, or maybe work camps.
Yes.
So
yes, I can explain a little bit. Yeah. Also in the program of the training here in Jordan, there is the idea to prepare at the end of the training these guidelines or toolkit that could be also used for future activities in the local community of the participants. So I think in Asai Catalonia, when I will be back in Barcelona, the idea is to try to organize maybe some seminars just to explain what like natural building or bioconstruction is, because I think it's something like people in Catalonia really like, I could say, eco or bio, but maybe it will be also nice to organize some activities just to share what we did here and just to share our guidelines or toolkit and try to use it as much as possible. And Asai Catalonia is also organized, as all others SCI branches, work camps, mostly during the summertime. And so our idea would be also to use this toolkit for permaculture work camps, for example, that we used to have every summer. In this way we can also try to put like another topic on the permaculture work camp that we used to have. So yeah, I can also say that SCI is an international movement that used to organize as a main activity work camp. So I think it will be really useful for all the movement, for all the branches involved that are almost 40 around the world, to use this precious toolkit that we are gonna prepare with Alex helps. And because I think it's always nice to put another brick to what we already have, to try to also increase our knowledge about these topics, because SCI Catalonia, as also other SCI branches and partners, we are working a lot on the climate justice topic. So I think the eco buildings, the natural buildings are something really connected to it. So I think we should work more on this.
And especially because, like, as you mentioned, you just mentioned justice. The one good thing also with natural building in general is that it is a very inclusive process. So for the carpentry work, of course, you need skilled workers, but then everything that is related to earth and plasters and working with earth and working with straw, with like this, like not construction work, but a bit closer to the groundwork. This is very inclusive. A kid can do it, a grandpa can do it. It's really something that you have been through in Kosovo also, Hamza, just to remind you, that it is something that is also very accessible for everyone, and that you can definitely use also as a peace building tool.
And also you mentioned it on the first or second day that in this training about the psychological therapy or psychotherapeutical aspect with touching and living or being part, or to
this is something
to do something with the earth.
This is something I don't have enough background to speak to you for a long time, but it has been proven that working with earth has therapeutic, that word
from therapy. Okay. Okay, maybe just a question to Yasser. We still on the third day?
We're still on the show.
Yeah, and how do you see the upcoming days? Are you excited for that?
I'm really excited. Like
that's good.
Yeah, really, like, because the theory part helped us so much that we understand what was coming to us, what we are going to see, and with all the information that we have, and with the other team, of course, we don't forget the team because it's so active with us. So we shared already a lot of information, and I think everyone is excited to see now the field and to work on it, because everyone like, okay, I know so much information, I want to make it my hand. I want to like, hand on mad, so they want to work now. And yeah, I think that will help us. As I told before, we had just theory, now the practical work now. If you do it, and if you do it correctly, even if it would not be correctly, it will stay in your head. You never forget it, because now, hand on mad.
It will stay in your hands.
In my head, exactly. Too.
And your heart.
My heart,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm just excited when I come back to my place, and I absolutely will start to think another way to build the house, and to even shape the house. As we spoke before, it's had huge impact about the environment. How do you build a house? How do you let the air come inside, and without using any devices?
Just to mention that in the training, we are 14 participants from Catalonia, from Catalonia, from Italy, Belgium, and France, and Tunisia, Palestine, and Jordan.
So
I'm interested to know that after these 3 days, and we had today the field visit, and we visited some organizations, and also one of the ecological sites in Ajlon. Maybe you could tell us what's your recommendation for the future natural builders to consider about, I don't know, the nature or the needs, or I don't know, would you recommend them to do something or suggest something on them? You mentioned point about stop using or not using the wood, because the deforestation here is a real issue actually in this governorate. I don't know if you have some recommendations that just to get or to inspire some the youth builders, youth ecological builders.
Well, who am I to give advices to people in
You
a
are the
place I
expert.
have never been to? I would advise people to get equipped with knowledge before starting anything. Go on YouTube, go check on internet, buy books. There is many resources, and once you're inspired, you can go to a training or a work camp, and then you can start. But I think I don't have any advice to give to the local community except get equipped.
Get it. Knowledge is the
base,
the
the
base,
foundation.
yeah, the foundation. And you mentioned, and you, Antonella, also, I don't know if you said that about the work camps. And if I want to participate or to find a work camp, what I should do. Antonella, tell us.
Yeah, there is like a database, a website, workcamps.ngo. You can find all the opportunities that SCI is offering. So you can also put your topic of interest, so you can do like a kind of selection, put filters, and also about the regions, the country where you would like to do the work camps, and there are a lot of options actually. So it's really hard to suggest something because there is a really long list.
Plenty of,
Yeah, and usually most of them, as I said before, are during summer, but sometimes there are some branches that organize camps in autumn or during spring. So there are a lot of opportunities, and there is no limit of age for participating in a work camp. Sometimes it's asked to be 16 or 18 years old, but then there is no limit of age. So it's also nice because it's possible for everyone to participate. The limit is 99 years old, but I never saw.
It means it's open, yeah.
Yeah.
And also within the website aside.ngo, I will find this platform or this database where I can find these opportunities, and I know that SCI Kosovo or Gaia Kosovo, they organize many work camps based on the ecology or nature or environment, and also SCI Catalonia do the same, and also we will find these opportunities on that platform, and SCI Belgium also, they are active in this area.
Yeah, it's possible to find opportunities in the website of the branches, but it's easier to go to the database of work camps in this way.
Work camps, and it's from Tokyo to LA, so it covers the whole
and everything is explained there, if you need a visa or whatever, if you need to bring something specific, and of course you will receive an info sheet with all the details before going.
And also there you find the steps and how to apply and how to enjoy and yeah, to enjoy this
There is
this
also a video, I
experience.
think, on YouTube made by SCI International, and they explain a
Explains
little bit
the,
how to apply, because maybe sometimes could be complicated for someone, but you have just to follow some steps, and that's it.
That's it. So thank you very much for sharing this information and being part of this show. Alex,
You're very welcome.
Antonella, and Yasser.
Thank
you.
Thanks a lot. وصلنا لنهاية الحلقة لليوم. شكرا كثير لأنكم كنتم معنا. البرنامج حيستمر ل 17 سبتمبر في منطقة سرابيس في قلعة علاوة أبو صاجين. بنتمنى إذا في عندكم وقت، إحنا موجودين هناك ل 17 الشهر، فإذا بتحبوا تفضلوا زورونا وحتشوفونا وحتشوفوا الشباب والصبايا المشاركين. وإذا عندكم أي سؤال حنكون برضو موجودين هناك، بنقدر نحكي ونشرب شاي مع زعتر. شكرا جزيلا.
إذاعة صوت عجلون هي إذاعة مجتمعية تهدف إلى خلق مساحة تفاعلية وحوار مجتمعي باستخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي والإعلام المجتمعي للتصدي للتحديات الاجتماعية والاقتصادية والسياسية والثقافية والبيئية التي يعاني منها الشباب والمرأة والفئات والمناطق المهمشة في محافظة عجلون، وفتح قنوات التواصل بين المواطنين وصناع القرار تحت مظلة مركز وسطاء التغيير للتنمية المستدامة. أصوات من أجل الريف. إذاعة صوت عجلون.